Welcome or welcome back. This is my channel, Lynn Might Like It, and I'm Lynn, where I discuss fragrance. And so last video, we went over some of my scent split samples. This video, we'll do the same. If you remember before, I told you they sent enough samples for 3 videos, and they did. They sent 22 samples, so we're going to go through each of them. This is the second video. There will be a third to cover the samples. However, we're going to dig into this. I also just want to be sure to say thank you to ScentSplit for giving me these samples to go over with you. Again, I specifically asked for things that I hadn't heard of, hadn't seen many people talk about, and that I wanted to share with you. So they're all new to me, just like they may be new to you. We may like them, we may not. There are some that we do like, though. There are some that I have absolutely already put in the cart. There's one I've even checked out on already. So there are some that are liked. There are some that are not. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one. The first one is Salted Caramel by Theodoros Calatini. So he's made other things that are actually gourmand that are pretty popular. I wanted to try this one. I figured salted caramel, surely I'll like it. I don't. This one is rough. The salt in it is different. So it's caramel, salt, dulce de leche. That's all the notes that are listed on the description on the website. However, as I read into it and what I was smelling was giving something different. It was giving sea salt as opposed to just salt. It was giving like seawater, sea air. And I think that's what they're going for. As I'm reading something on the website, it makes mention of salt water or something like that. Salt water with the caramel, the dulce de leche. There's someone in there, it has a description. In the description, it mentions creme brulee and crust. So all of that just made for a very unique scent profile. Something that I wouldn't wear. Not something that I'm particularly interested in smelling. So it may be likable to someone else. Now, this is also pretty strong and is stuck very close to the skin in terms of it stays on your skin. So this is not a safe blind buy. This is not an easy gourmand. This is not let me get this. It's caramel and salt. Surely I like it. It's not that type. It's very different. It's giving a sea salt or sea air, sea water, ocean water, and caramel, and which is a very, very different scent profile, very different approach on this scent profile. So get your nose on it before you want to commit to it or try it. It is not a safe blind buy. Although it's reasonably priced. Regular price was $90 for it. So that's actually reasonable price. But don't let the price fool you. Make sure you get a decant and smell. So the next one is Passion Oud by Atar Al-Has, which is a very popular brand right now, at least on TikTok. I remember seeing people talk about it maybe last year, the year before. I don't remember when it came out. But yeah, last year, year before. So however, I hadn't smelled anything from the house, so to get the opportunity, I was like, yep, let me jump on it. Now, this came out in 2021. This is probably one of the few ones that I chose that was not a recent release, but I wanted to smell it before I went on ahead and got it because I actually was going to blind buy this. I found it for a really good price and was going to blind buy it, and glad that I did not. It is not bad. It is not a bad scent. It's just not what I expected. I expected, make sure I have the name right. Passion Oud by Atar Al-Has. So this is supposed to be kind of fruity and woodsy. It's described as a chippery fruity. So I was expecting more vibrant fruit, a brighter fruit, larger, juicier smelling fruit. I didn't get that at all. It was pretty subdued, so that was a bit of a letdown for me. But again, this is 2021. Fruit notes have changed significantly in terms of how they make them from 2021 to now. So that could have just been an old process. I actually have something quite similar to it that's by Rasasi, something that they did, which I think is one of their original creations, because the notes for this are blackcurrant syrup, May rose and freesia, ambroxan, sandalwood, vanilla, and patchouli. And I didn't look at the notes before. I did look at some of these notes, but I didn't look at the notes before I put it on my skin, which would explain why it doesn't sit well with me. And Broxton just when Broxton is in a base note, it usually just doesn't sit well on my skin. And so mix the Ambroxan with all of these other woody notes, the sandalwood, the patchouli, it's not gonna sit well on my skin. So this very well could smell good on someone else, and it just doesn't work on my skin because me and Ambroxan. I'm gonna spray it on the card to see if I get something different because it doesn't sit well on my skin. It's better than on my skin, but not what I had hoped for. I still had hoped for something that was juicier, fruitier, mixing with the oud. I would have loved to see that. I think that would have been very sexy. And that's just not, it's just not what it's giving right now. Not in 2026. Maybe for 2021, maybe it would have been really good, but not for 2026. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I were gifted this, I would wear it and I would layer it and it would be beautiful. But for the price point, the price point for this is $315. I've seen it some places a little less. However, $315 is a lot to have to layer it. It's good. Again, don't get me wrong, it's good. It just doesn't perform in the way that I would want and I would like, as well as the scent profile doesn't mix well with my chemistry. Next is Trouble in Paradise by Memories of a Perfume Collector. Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. Ooh, I gotta put my glasses on, y'all. Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. So this is Trouble in Paradise. I'm going to put this on a card. I did put it on skin. I got very woodsy, very powdery masculine leaning. So I want to try it on paper or on card to see if it still leans the same way. This house is fairly new to me. I've just heard about it maybe the past year or so. So this came out in 23. Oh, it smells better on paper than on my skin. Oh, man. It's mango, bergamot, cognac, cardamom. This is why I chose it because this is a scent profile I should love. Leather, rum, caramel, violet, amber, oud, sandalwood, moss, and animal notes. Ooh. So it's probably a castoreum or something like that. These notes work for me. I'm going to try it on skin. I put it on skin before and I didn't get it, but let's see. On paper, that's nice. It's kind of slightly masculine leaning. Oh, wait. That's better on skin. I don't know what I did earlier, but it's better now. I like this. I would wear this for sure. Yes. Oh, wait. I like that. So that's a win. That's an unexpected win because I tried it a couple other times and had it on my skin and it just didn't sit the same way. I like that. So that's giving, let's see. Let me spray the card again. I think I wore my nose out. I like this. This is giving confident. This is giving secure. This is giving dinner date. This is giving lean in close. I like this. I like this a lot. It's kind of sexy. Now, Trouble in Paradise. Ooh, that's a name. However, to me, that's the vibe I'm getting from it. I'm getting sexy. I'm getting from it leaning closer. Let's talk about it. Yeah, all of those notes: mango, rum, cognac, cardamom. I like it. Violet. So it's a little powdery. It's a little it's fruity on the opening. Warm from the amber and the oud makes it woodsy. The caramel is giving it, the mango and the caramel giving it a slight sweetness. But the rum is also making it slightly sweet. I like it. All those things work together and it's giving. So kind of what I would have thought I would have gotten from Passion Oud is actually what I'm getting in this. Ooh. What I thought Passion Oud would give is what I'm getting from this. Yep. What I thought Passion Oud would give. I like this. I can add that to my list. This is Muscat, and Muscat is also by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. Try it on a card. When I sprayed it earlier, I got it, and it gave very powdery, very woodsy, very oozy, masculine even. So I'm going to try it again. Yep, it's still giving powdery, oozy, slightly masculine. So the notes are pink pepper, cardamom, rose oil, myrrh, white musk, ambergris, saffron leather, sandalwood, nagamartha, vanilla, incense, and oud. Again, all notes I like. I like all these heavy notes. Then I'm wondering why it doesn't sit on my skin the way I would like. Because it's heavy. I like that on my skin. What changed? These did not smell good on my skin earlier, and now I like them. So this is giving something green. What is that? Something slightly green on this. I'm guessing it's the Nagamartha. That's giving this slightly green. It's got the oud, the woodiness, the pink pepper and cardamom, all that's giving it some spice, and the myrrh. Saffron and leather just work together to me. They kind of, when leather is present with saffron, saffron to me smells like leather. And incense and oud. I don't get the incense. I definitely get the oud. And the sandalwood it's a smidge bit creamy. Smidge bit, not very. I like this though. Would I wear this in warm months? No, this is definitely giving colder months type of scent. But I like it. Again, this is not an easy blind buy. This is not a everybody can wear this. This leans masculine. So you'd have to like a kind of oozy woodsy scent. You'd have to be comfortable wearing that. This is not pretty and pink, prissy, girly type of scent. It's not that at all. Again, it's giving the oozy, the woodsy, the leather, some spice from the cardamom in the opening, a little bit of green. That green from, I'm assuming it's the Nagamartha, but that is there from the opening on down to the dry down for me. Although it's in the base note, my nose is picking it up from the opening on. Something's giving it a little sweetness. Maybe it's me. I'm the sweetness. Oh, the vanilla. There's vanilla. Okay, something's giving it sweetness. There's vanilla in it, which is making it slightly sweet, which I actually like. It's not very sweet. I could sweeten it up. I would layer it with something with more of a vanilla body butter or something, but I don't need to. If I wore this alone, I'd be perfectly fine, and I like it. I would wear something like this in the cooler months. It would be pretty. I think a woman could wear this and pull this off, and definitely on a man. This would be very interesting on a man. I would love to smell it on a man. It's going to be a conversation starter for sure. It's not your typical thing that's out there, but it's a good one. I'm smelling the mango one, the one I just sprayed. I'm smelling that one again. Muscat is a good one. I like Muscat. Okay. That's what? 2 yeses and 2 no's. The next one is black and white cookie. I got this on skin. I tried it several times because I wanted to like this one. And it just didn't sit the way I expected. It's black and white cookie. It is a gourmand. It should be a gourmand, correct? This is black and white cookie by Uptown Perfumery. I reviewed something from this house in a previous video, which was super gourmand. It was Gilded Harvest, which was the brown sugar, pumpkin, and something else, butter cookie or something. It was really, really gourmand. And I expected black and white cookie to be gourmand. And I'm not getting that at all. Okay, it says the notes are creamy vanilla bean, I guess creamy vanilla bean, whipped marshmallow, and amber resin. I don't get any of that, y'all. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to spray this again and see how it does on paper, because when I put it on skin, I just got very perfumey. I don't know how to, I'm still getting it. Something about this is super perfumey, which is so weird. Maybe it's the amber resin. But like vanilla bean, I don't think what I'm getting from it, I don't think is what I should be getting. Whipped marshmallow, I don't get it. Where did I spray it? I didn't spray it on skin. Let's spray it on skin. I'm slightly getting some vanilla bean. Or maybe it's the marshmallow with marshmallow. But the way that this is described does not smell like it should. Vanilla bean, marshmallow, amber resin, that's right up my alley. That's not what this is giving. I don't know what this is. It says amber resin. I'm getting something more like ambergris. Yeah, it's just giving me straight perfume, alcohol, some other stuff. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get the cookie. Maybe I have to let it dry down some more. Okay, I just got some marshmallow. Maybe it's just, it needs to sit for a little bit. I think sometimes, and I don't know if that's what this house was going for, everyone's doing gourmands, and I think people don't want to be photorealistic gourmands, so they're trying to be creative with a gourmand, but I don't think you need to be creative with a gourmand. If I want to smell like a cookie, I want to smell like a cookie. And I picked it up because I know what a cookie smells like. Now, does it have to be a photorealistic cookie? No. But should I get cookie? Yeah, I should get cookie. I'm not getting it. It's just giving very perfumey for me. I don't know what that is. I wanted to like that one. I thought that one would be easy. I really, really wanted to like that one. But if it changes, I will come back and provide a correction. But I'm not getting anything that gives a gourmand or cookie DNA. I'm getting faint hints of the vanilla bean or the marshmallow, but I think it's all amber resin is what I think I'm getting. I'm smelling my shirt to clear my nose. Wait. Yeah. It's not giving, y'all. Oh well, on to the next one. So the last two, there's just two that are left. They're from the same house. I've been waiting on these for a minute. I've actually learned about them last year during Black Owned Fragrance Week, and this perfumer wasn't even available in the US. And then when you did become available in the US, I didn't find out about it until it was too late. And then by the time I found out about it, Scent Split is the only place that has it, and they were sold out, and they keep selling out. Now, prior to me reaching out and speaking to Scent Split, I had it in my cart. It came back in stock, and I had it in my cart. And life was lifing, and I hadn't checked out. And so before I came back on here and did this video, I wanted to make sure that I checked out before I did the video. And it was sold out. I waited too late, y'all. I waited too late, and it was sold out. There are two from this house. So the house is Mystery Modern Mark, And the fragrances are Sweet Botswana and On Bite. And Sweet Botswana has been one that social media has really been going crazy about. It's a gourmand as well, and On Bite is also. But people are going really crazy. It's more as a close to you kind of lean in skin scent type of scent. However, people have been going crazy about Sweet Botswana. And I was going to do this as a blind buy, had not smelled it. I was committed to buying this. I had even looked into buying it and having it just shipped from his office overseas, or his branch overseas, because he would have. And someone else, that a mutual of mine on Instagram, said that's how she purchased it. So I was going through all that, went to go put it in the cart, y'all, and it was checked out. And smelled it. I like it, but then I was like, how much do I like this? I like it a lot. It's pretty. It's a pretty gourmand. It's just light, which is a little disappointing, but everything doesn't have to be beast mode. I just think that sometimes when we really like things, we want to make sure everyone smells it. I know I do. Yes, I'm getting a whiff on it. Yes, I'm still getting whiffs. It's good. And it's on back order. I'm sad. I'm so sad. So I didn't do back order. I didn't get it. So the notes are bergamot, orange, raspberry, um, white flowers, jasmine, praline, vanilla, musk. Again, a scent profile I can get into. I'm getting the bergamot and the raspberry in the opening, and then I get the praline and vanilla on the dry down, which are very pretty. I'm not getting the white flowers, at least not yet. But this is a very pretty, highly in demand, or in high demand, fragrance. Just that it performs a little closer to skin than I would like. Spray here. But it's pretty. Now, smelling more to see what I get from it. And the last one that I have is On Bite. This is also by Mystery Martin Mark. And this is also a good gourmand. Now, this is the one that I did go on ahead and checked out before I came on, because I didn't want to miss it. And again, it's also on back order. I played myself. I can't believe I did that. I had stalked it for so long. Got it first when it first restocked. Had it sit in the cart, and then just got distracted. Life was in the way. So On Bite, again, is gourmand. Here are the notes: bergamot, peach, coconut, almond, cherry, lily of the valley, vanilla, musk, amber. That works. And I actually, I like this one. I like the, that spray something right there? I spray it on my hand. I was looking for some sprays to spray, y'all. So I like this one. The peach makes it brighter. So I like this one. That, all right. I made the right choice. I'm glad I did the scent, did a sample, because I like On Bite better than I like Sweet Botswana. Although they are both good. Sweet Botswana is warmer, and On Bite is fresher, brighter, prettier. Yeah. I made the right choice. This is giving more summer. This is giving ice cream scoop, a sherbet scoop vibes. I like it. I like this a lot. I'm excited. Let's see. This was released in 2025, so this is a newer release. I like that. I guess it's giving leaning in. So I guess it's more of a skin scent. But I like it. This is good. This is fun. This is playful, yet still somewhat refined. I just like the fruitiness of this. It just makes it brighter. It makes it sweeter. I like it. I like it a lot. I wanted to make sure I did all of them. So we went through 7 or 8 of them, and we'll go through them again. Sweet caramel, salted caramel by Theodore's Calatini's. That was a no for me. Again, not a safe blind buy. Passion Oud, nice, but a no for me. Just for this DNA, there's something that's probably a bit more modern and contemporary that you can get that'll give you more fruit along with the oud. And I just didn't feel like the fruit played a big enough part in this one because I expected to have more fruit. Trouble in Paradise. That was a yes for me. Trouble in Paradise by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. That actually wound up being a yes for me when I thought it was going to be a no. And Muscat, also by Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. That also wound up being a yes for me. I don't know if I need, I don't think I need full bottles of these. Maybe I could do 10 mLs, but these are yeses for sure. Now they leaned more so on the woodsy masculine side, powdery woodsy, but I like them nonetheless. Black and White Cookie by Uptown Perfumery. This was a disappointment. Given the one I did in the previous video, which was also a gourmand, which was so gourmand, the brown sugar in it was just so strong. I would figure that a Black and White Cookie would, one literally named Black and White Cookie, would give me an equal amount of gourmand, and it's giving me more perfume than gourmand, and that's not what I was going for. It's called Black and White Cookie. I want to smell like a cookie. But that one was a no. However, these last two were also yeses. On Bite and Sweet Botswana. On Bite, I already pulled the trigger on. I already had my order in, so I'm just waiting on that to ship. So yay. That bright peach and coconut on the opening with the cherry and then vanilla. That's going to be so good and such an amazing wear for the summer. And then Sweet Botswana, which is a warmer, closer to skin gourmand. That's going to be a good one too. That one is what's getting all the hype as of right now. But I think this one will probably get more hype come this summer. That concludes this episode of my Scent Split haul and reviews. And again, thank you to Scent Split for sponsoring this video. I'm so glad that you trusted me with this to share with my viewers. I'm glad that we can learn about these brands and these fragrances together. Look forward to doing that again. We have one more video left to make that we'll get that last, I think it's last 7 or 8 samples out. But thank you all for watching. See you next time. Be good and be safe.